at 10 minutes past 8 on News Talk Breakfast. We're going to stay with the issue of health because it is going to dominate the coming weeks, particularly when those €800 million of cutbacks are unveiled by the HSE. Their latest figures coming out as well is that the HSE will spent last year €17 million on incremental pay increases for staff. Sorry, that's in 2013. They're going to spend that money despite those cutbacks. John McGuinness is chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. He has access to these figures and he joins us on the line now. John, what exactly do the figures show in terms of increments being paid? Because there's been the argument from the government up to now has been this is money mainly paid to low paid staff.
That's been the argument that's been put forward, but the fact of the matter now is that over half of the payments are made to staff that are on considerably more than the lower paid, and that increments continue to be paid. In fact, it cost the HSE €17.5 million last year, and 21,888 staff benefited from the payment of these increments. Now, you must bear in mind that these increments are being paid on the back of allowances in receipt by some, and on the back of salaries that are protected. All of this, it is being argued, is protected under Croke Park, but there's very little commentary in Croke Park about increments or allowances. And therefore I would contend that as the HSE comes under pressure, it is now time to review all of this, because it simply can't continue.
A couple of other figures I think are worth throwing out there, John. 621 people in the HSE earning over €70,000 will this year receive a pay increase of more than €1,000 each. 221 senior managers and staff who earn over €100,000 a year will get increments or length of service pay increases.
Yeah, again, I have to stress that these figures come directly from the HSE after some pressure from the Public Accounts Committee. They were to form part of our recent report on allowances, but given the, I suppose, poor financial management systems within the HSE, they're now only emerging after the report has been published. So it's time again for Public Accounts to look back on that report and to make some sort of recommendations in relation to these increments, because they are costing the state a considerable amount of money running right across the various government departments, and it's clear from the HSE that they don't have the budget. The country can't continue to pay the levels of salary that are being paid, and the HSE and others will have to put an end to these increments in some way.
Are we getting close to the point now? There has been, and we should point this out, there has been pay cuts in the public sector. On 2 occasions, the last government effectively cut their pay. But with some public servants, are we getting to the point now where increments are almost at the point of actually reversing that pay cut, the increments they've got to date?
Yeah, they have to acknowledge that there have been pay cuts. But because of the fact that these increments continue to be paid, it means that the pay cuts that have already been made are now being clawed back, and they're building up salary again. Now, everyone has to have a respectable level of salary relative to the work that they do, but the increments put these salary scales out of kilter with the public sector itself and indeed with the private sector. So therefore, someone has to cry stop at some stage so that you get a reasonable playing field between both the private and the public sector. But the main point in this is that any employer that would be paying increments would cease to pay them if they were in a bust situation. And the fact of the matter is,
you would imagine the HSE could qualify in that regard.
Exactly. They came in for supplementary estimates at the end of this year, and the increments continue to be paid.
Okay, I have to make the point here, though. It was Fianna Fáil that negotiated the Croke Park agreement. It was Fianna Fáil that didn't include increments and cuts to increments in that agreement.
Exactly, and Fianna Fáil did a number of other things in relation to negotiations down through the years. That is no reason why you continue on in the same vein. You have to take your economic circumstances on the day and determine whether or not you can live by paying these increments or whether you should live within your means. If we're asking social welfare recipients to live on their core benefit while they cut respite and other benefits, then surely we should turn around and ask those that are being well paid within the HSE and elsewhere to live within their means and to live on their core pay.
Your stance on increments as chairman of the Public Accounts Committee is well known. Is that now Fianna Fáil's position, or are you just speaking as John McGuinness?
No, I'm reflecting on the figures that have been given to us by the HSE.
Where do Fianna Fáil stand on this?
I'd be encouraging Fianna Fáil along the route to take a position that we would ask that in any future negotiations, which will take place from now on, that these increments will be on the table for discussion.
Okay, and are you optimistic that that will happen? Because Brendan Howlin is talking about Croke Park 2 or Croke Park 1.5, some people are calling it.
I'm not optimistic because the figures today in relation to allowances and increments have been well debated and are well known. But very little action has been taken to find ways of reducing these figures to a reasonable amount or to a controlled amount within a budget that is diminishing each year. Just
lastly, John, what about the Taoiseach and ministers themselves? They didn't take a pay cut in the budget. Do you think they should have done that in terms of leading by example?
Well, I've always argued that the example has to be given from the top down. And if they were cutting respite grants and others, well then they should have been putting their own salaries on the table for discussion. In fact, the Public Accounts Committee submitted a very worthwhile, very detailed and comprehensive report in relation to payments to TDs, ministers, junior ministers and so on. And that was by and large ignored by Minister Howlin. He should go back and look at the report and bring in the appropriate changes that are necessary to, if you like, give better transparency to payments being made, and also to determine in an independent way what should be paid to TDs and others.
Okay, John McGuinness, Fianna Fáil TD for Corra Kilkenny and Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, thanks indeed for joining.